morning, everybody. How we doing out there today? We're out here. We're going to do another video for y'all, and I'll tell you what, it's doing some raining down here in Appalachia. If it ain't raining, it's snowing. If it ain't snowing, it's freezing. So we're going to go out here and try to do one today. We're going to Talcott, West Virginia. This place over near Hinton. And y'all ever heard of the legend of John Henry, the steel driving man? Well, we're going to go to the Big Bend Tunnel where he beat that old steel drill, that old electric steel drill. And we're going to try to look at his information over there. And I think there's a statue of him over there. So we're going to go over today and we're going to try to learn something about him. Every time I do a video, wherever I go, I always learn something, for sure. So let's travel that way. It's a little fur piece where I live, so we're going to travel that way and wade the water and the rain and see if we can get something done today. So we'll catch you just in a bit and catch y'all when we get there. Folks, we got the Great Bend Tunnel. The Great Tunnel of the C&O Railroad was started at Big Bend in 1870 and completed in 3 years later. It's more than a mile long and now has a twin tunnel. Tradition makes the tunnel the scene of the steel driver ballad John Henry. Wow. Let's go down and we'll check out John Henry and the tunnel. So we'll get with you just in a bit. I was going to show y'all the Hinton Dam over here. It's holding back a lot of water. And I just want to show you what it looked like. We can only go so far right down here though. Wow. Look at that, folks. Wow, look at that. Holding back all that water and all that, look at all that garbage and stuff and all them trees and stuff back up here. Wow. Just want to stop by and show you this real quick. Look at all that water releasing down into Hinton. We'll be going down into Hinton. We'll see how high that water is. Just right back with you. Well, I got me a driver today. She says, "You sure you want to go over today? It might be some high water." I said, I believe we'll be all right. It's raining. Well, we got high water. I think I should have took her advice. He's showing it to you here just a bit. Wow. We're only about 10 foot from about 10 foot off the bank here into the water. Wow. That's all I can say. I think it's kind of foolish to come over here today. What do you think?
Yeah. Look at the water coming out of the ground. It's hot.
Yeah, there's water coming out of the ground. That's out of the ground into the highway. It's unreal. I'm getting back over our part of the woods if we can make it. Look at this right here. This right here. You can reach down and touch it. Wow. Well, hey. Yeah. We must get yonder way. We don't have this over where I'm at, where I'm from, over in the county, down in the woods. This here is something else. Well, folks, we finally made it over here. And it's flooding and everything over here in this part of the country. So we're going to do this little story. It's a pouring rain out here. So we're going to try to get some information for you on John Henry. This was a legend. Well, John Henry, this is a site where John Henry was born a steel driver in the employment of Captain William Johnson. He was employed to help the Great Bend Tunnel through the Big Bend Mountain, Chesapeake, Ohio Railway. When a steam drill showed up, the threat to workers' livelihood became evident. John Henry challenged it in contest. Rest is his history. Most accounts agree that after about an hour he had outdriven the steam drill by most than 5 feet. He then laid down his hammers and died at the point. Wow. The contentions, however, John Henry did work in the Great Bend Tunnel, and this has been substantiated by historians. It's a common misconception that the story of John Henry is a tall tale for children like those about his fellow Americans. Folk heroes like Paul Bunyan, Amati Casey, and Pico Bill. The residents of Talcott and surrounding area will disagree that this assumption, for this is know that the true account of the legend, so this is descendants of the man who made up the construction gangs. Wow. It says here, John Henry was an African American, possibly newly freed from the enslavement from either Virginia or North Carolina. He was between 30 to 35 years old when he came into the tunnel in 1870. He stood about 6 foot tall and weighed 200 pounds, with muscles tempered from a life of hard work. He had a friendly demeanor and was a popular man at the site. He was also a steel driving champion of the camp, possibly having beaten a fellow steel driver by the name of Old Henry Leary from that title. His proficiency as a steel driving, along with the physical endurance, earned his respect for the camp. Wow. John Henry was told, Shaker, you bet pray, for it's amiss that 6 foot steel tomorrow be your burial day law. Tomorrow be the burial day. The steam power drill had been invented and was in use on by near Lewis Tunnel, also built by the C&O Railroad. Same period, John Henry challenged and beat the steam drill, is attested by many, but first-hand reports. All witnesses agree that this contest took place at the mouth of the East Portal. We're going to look at that here, hopefully here. This also supported that men were, who years later came arch the tunnel, they saw the drill holes in the East Portal before they covered them with brick. The contest probably lasted about an hour, as accounts vary from 35 minutes to 2 hours. Wow. Here's a picture of him. I guess it's a painted picture. John Henry on the right, steam drill on the left. Wow, and people all gathered around him. John Henry, steel driving man, died with hammers in his hand. Wow. Here is a picture of tunnel work operating in Burden steel mill drill, being used in the drill. Well, let's go over and take a look at John Henry. Let's get this rain right here. Here's the statue of him. Wow, he looks like a powerful man there for sure. This here, John Henry died from a race with the big steam drill during the construction of the tunnel for the C&O Railroad Company. May God grant that we always respect the great and the strong, be of service to others. Wow. We'll walk over here and we'll take a look at this tunnel. You know, this was finished in the late 1800s, and it only took almost 2 years to finish. I think it started in the 1870s, mid-1870s when they started it, and it only took a couple years for them to finish it. Wow. Look here, folks. All the names of the folks here. See, there was over 1,000 people that died in this tunnel trying to get it Just trying to get it finished. You know, they say that you can sometimes stand in the mouth of this tunnel here and look down through there and see, hear steel being hit by them hammers. We'll walk over here and take a look. We got water everywhere here. River's up real high. Wow. They say this is over a mile long through here. Over a mile, they say. Look at all that brick. So they come in and shore this up. This brick. I don't know if you can see it up in there or not. They brick this all down through there, and they say when they come in here to do that brick, and they can hear steel driving from the echoes from the hammers that he used. Wow. I've never been here before. This is very interesting. Here they're talking about the Great Bend Tunnel construction. Wow. So the construction of the Great Bend Tunnel, aka Big Tunnel, began on the 10th of January 1870. The tracks were laid 9 September 12, 1872. The final completion of the tunnel was 1873. Wow, that didn't take long. And the tunnel was over a mile long. The primary contractors, Captain R.A. Johnson, who educated as a civil engineer, served in the capacity of the Confederate regiment during the Civil War. He employed 800 to 1,000 workers at the various trades. Most of the workers were earlier African Americans, newly freed. Wow. It says here, once completed, the tunnel was 6,450 feet in length, with a slight curve at the east end due to an engineer error. Wow. The work began at the west of the tunnel. The first 13 months of construction was done in Monroe County, West Virginia, as Summers County. Was not created until 27th February 1871. I'm shaking a little bit, and it's kind of cold out here. It's pretty cold out here today. Wow. Well, folks, I hope you like this out here today. I'm going to try to get back over in the county before we get flooded out. I'll show you a little bit how it's flooding over here where I'm at today. So we'll get on out of here, and we'll show you some flood stuff here in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and we'll catch you next time on Appalachian Roots with Dan. We'll catch y'all later.